The first 3 episodes, I felt like it was more of a origin story, and it kind of
Mm.
made me, put together, connect the dots to Ahsoka, and I think it was either the Book of Boba when we was introduced to her, or either Mandalorian.
It was Mandalorian.
Mandalorian, okay.
Mandalorian was her.
So it just kind of like set the scene to where how we got to that point. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And where she comes from, and even the Night Sister situation or whatever on Dathomir, where there was actually like two sets of sisters, or her
Mm.
race or species or something like that. There was some that was in the mountains, and there was some that was like in the southern. So it was like northern southern type. So they were divided. So there's some good magic, we find out, and then there's some bad magic. So I like that little tidbit that they kind of show us they're not all bad. You know what I'm saying? And there's different levels to the sisterhood type stuff. There's different parts of it, and just seeing her little village, just like anybody else, getting trampled by the Empire, especially in its early age when it wasn't called the Empire, it was just a android, invasion.
Yeah.
There was still people that was like affected by that, and homes and things of that nature were taken away. So it's interesting to see that's what set her path to being as evil as she was. That second episode, you finally see her meet Thrawn, which is
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, why was she so devoted? But to find Thrawn and stuff like that. So seeing that was I don't think it gave me my answer that I was looking for, because it almost seemed as if she was like on some like she was in love with Thrawn on Ahsoka.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So this didn't really give me that either, but it did kind of like, I mean, just seeing the origins of everything, and then how she was kind of ruling that one place that she was at, that Ahsoka confronted her at with the
Oh,
little
the
Beskar
village.
spear. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
village. Just seeing that, just seeing the origins of how we got to where we were at those Ahsoka and Mandalorian. It was cool, and I think that's what the Tales of the Jedi really did for us as well. Kind of give us some tidbits as well that we did not know, or kind of add a little substance to what we already know, should I say? So
Yeah. I'll say this about those first 3 episodes. They, especially first two, they did a good job of setting it up, and setting up like how she became who she is. And I have to give it to them as well. The fight choreography was great.
yeah,
It was great. They did a very good job with fight choreography, especially in that first episode, and especially in the second one. That spear fight with that bounty hunter,
oh yeah, yeah,
that was dope. I mean, those things like it kind of interested me. Now the other thing with how she treated the people in that village, that was okay. That was very much Empire
yeah,
driven.
right,
And it was good that they showed that, in my opinion, because like one of the things during Ahsoka, we come in and I don't know nothing about this village. I don't care about this village.
yeah,
I just see these people. I'm like, if that's who y'all gotta go, will somebody just shoot them? Y'all got blasters?
yeah,
Like, I mean, she ain't got the force.
right,
This shouldn't take long. So,
right,
no, I say that joking, but it was one of those situations where I'm like, okay, why are y'all so afraid of her? Type situation. Like with Thrawn, you understand why they're afraid of him. Because you don't know what Thrawn you get. You might get Thrawn as he's happy today, so he'll give you $300,000 and tell you to go to the beach.
right,
Or you might get Thrawn that sends you to the beach and then he poisons you.
yeah.
You just
You
don't
never
know.
know.
He likes to keep things. He likes to keep you guessing. So
Yeah,
with him, it's understandable. With her, it just wasn't. And like in Ahsoka, I was just like, okay, who is this character? We just know she had a spirit. She was evil. That's it. This is
yeah,
they tried to show you her side and tried to make it seem like, hey, this is why she's like this. So because she thought she was doing something to help the people, but I'm like, if you not paying them right and you working them day in and day out and you treat them like slaves, they not gonna like you.
yeah,
They're probably gonna rise up against you. Now that third episode, when the Republic girl comes and she just basically murks them. It's like, okay.
It's finally taken over. Like you finally fell to the dark side.
Yeah, like, okay. Was that necessary? And no, it wasn't. So, I mean, but yeah, you knew something bad was gonna happen because you didn't see that girl in. So something bad was gonna happen.
Right? Yeah. I was like, she doesn't look familiar, so let's just say she doesn't survive this.
Yeah, you're not making it out of this episode. So you're not gonna make it out of this episode. But on the whole, I just like it got to a point where I kind of saw they were trying to make me feel sorry for her or pity her for her or something like that. Like, damn, it's messed up that she got manipulated into be. I'm like, no, she really didn't. These are the consequences of your actions, and now, like, you deserve what came to you.
Yep.
All in all. Yep. So the first 3 episodes, overall, I thought they were okay. I thought they were okay. I mean, it wasn't nothing to write home about, but I thought it got in, told a story.
Yeah.
Got out.
It did what it needed to do. It definitely gave us what we like I said, the first well, I don't know if you call it even seasons, but Jedi, the Tales of Jedi, that's what they did with Dooku, you know what I'm saying? We already knew who Dooku was.
Yeah.
But to see a young Dooku and what kind of set him in the path to joining the dark side, becoming a Sith Lord, or just key pieces, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was it gave us something to like, oh snap, like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh snap, there was you fought Yaddle? Oh, you know what I mean? So
that was I think that's what set. I think that's why I like Tales of Jedi like that, because like we never saw young Dooku, and we got to see him,
and Qui-Gon.
And Qui-Gon, yeah. It's a shame that Christopher Lee had passed. I would have loved to hear him voice Dooku again, because like the way Christopher Lee like carried the screen, like, bruh, dude was he on the acting stuff. He was that dude. So So okay, so the second half. The back half, 4, 5, and 6. This deals with Barriss Offee. Now, Barriss Offee was a former Jedi. If you watched the Clone Wars cartoon, you should know who she is. At the end of that, she was in prison. So this one starts off with Order 66 going down, with her being in prison. Yeah. And she gets the choice. You can either join us, or you can end up like them younglings. Make your choose wisely.
Yep.
and she made her choice. She decided to, hey, I'm gonna join the Empire. Because you gotta remember, when she got arrested, she was feeling some kind of way about the Jedi, because she felt like she was wrongfully imprisoned and stuff like that. I can't remember what episode that was. I want to say it was in the 5th or the 6th season when that happened. I think it was the 5th season.
Yeah.
I think
so.
But yeah, and so we're catching up with her, and
was
basically,
that the 5th season?
Yeah, because it's right before Ahsoka leaves. Ahsoka, the thing. So it's because that was one of the things about that. Now this episode, the 4th episode, Devoted, is where you find they're making Inquisitors. I guess this is Inquisitor version 1.0. So you got the Grand Inquisitor. I love and hate that dude. And she's still, battling her Jedi training. And the thing that the thing they put them in for her and the last dude, that was crazy.
Yeah,
that was crazy. I'm like, bro, one of y'all gonna have to die. I'm like, oh, they're not gonna kill both of us. Yes, they are. That's a real race. And that's a real hole. One of y'all gonna die, or both of y'all gonna die. We gonna find somebody else.
Yep.
So I was just like that, and then they killed the other boy because he decided he was gonna leave.
Immediately, then they took his little gem out and was like,
I
was like, okay.
First of all, dude, why would you leave in a place you don't know where you at?
Exactly.
Dummy. Secondly, secondly, I was like, okay, I need to survey the situation. Clearly, you did not take your Jedi training to heart. So,
Right.
now the back half I actually like a little bit more than the first half because the back half, yet while it does deal with a character we know, it's filling in some gaps from stuff that I never knew of. Now, I think I always need to have to say this. When it comes to Star Wars, I am a casual fan.
Mm.
I don't read everything, so I don't know the life story of Barriss Offee. I don't. But I like how this was set up, and I like what they did, especially in episode 5 when she comes to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's funny how you just figured that out. Because dude, I gotta give streaming. Look, y'all can hate streaming all you want to. You cannot lie that they can do more stuff on streaming than they can do on regular censored television.
Yes, they can. Yep.
Because there's a scene where they straight up murk women and children.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there like, bruh, it was not that serious.
Yeah.
It really wasn't. For one Jedi.
One.
Not 3. And it ain't Obi-Wan. It ain't, it ain't Luke. It ain't nobody important. It's a dude I ain't never seen before. I'm like, who the heck is this? Who is this?
Like, I was actually trying to look him up. I still haven't done my It's like I've heard of this story before in Legends or something like that, or somebody's broke down the life of Barriss. But like that dude, I was like, all right, I thought y'all were looking for like Cal Kestis or something.
Yeah, or Obi-Wan or something like that. No, y'all just looking for anybody. I'm like, okay. All right.
Dude with dreads.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, who twisted up your head? Never mind. But yeah, I like that episode because like she comes to the realization of, okay, these folks crazy. This girl I'm with is crazy. She really need to go have a Coke and a smile, and she really needs to drink decaf because And then we get to her as in the last episode. Her is way older. Now this is what threw me off. And maybe it's just because they're aliens, but Lynn, the crazy chick, looks the same. Barriss looks like she in her 60s in the last episode, and I'm like,
yeah. Barriss is human, and Lynn is like, I forgot her species.
Okay.
Or whatever.
I didn't know Barriss too. I thought Barriss was an alien too. Oh no, she's human.
Well, no. Oh, wait. Her species is close to human.
Oh, it's close to human. Okay.
It's hard to explain. It's more like her species is close to like the Mandalorians. Like they're human, but they're not.
Okay, all right. But you see what I mean, though? They made her look like she was like in her late 50s, early 60s or something like that. And I'm like, wow, she's old. Like, how long has this been? Like, how long has this been? Because she's trying to help this family get off the planet because they're being chased by Lynn because their baby has a high midichlorian count. Well, if you've been watching like Bad Batch and the other stuff, we know what the Emperor was looking for. The Emperor was trying to clone himself, and he needed somebody with a high MC count, M count to do it. So that's what they was basically going on. And in that episode, I thought it was very interesting because it looked like Barriss had mastered being a Jedi because she didn't even have a lightsaber, and was basically like, "Yeah, Lynn, you're a little bit too angry. You're a little bit too angry. You might want to calm down."
Yeah,
I wouldn't go in there because if you go in there, you ain't gonna find your way out. I'm gonna go in there. All right.
If you notice though too, her connection to the Force has always been very strong and has always still been light, even though she chose dark.
Yeah.
Essentially, I would definitely put her in the ranks of Ahsoka or Qui-Gon. You know what I mean?
Okay. Because it does kind of make sense because like when you have somebody that's like that they have to make that choice. A lot of people, when you face with that choice, the choice is, I want to live. So, especially when you know them folks crazy.
Yeah.
And they pretty much like, hey, look, we just murked a bunch of Jedi. You have one of two choices, one of two paths to take. You can either A, join us, the winning team, or B, you see those younglings over there? They ain't making out temple.
Yeah.
What's your choice? Most people gonna be like, you know what? I think I'll take choice A. Yeah. Do y'all have a good dinner plan? That's what,
right.
Most, yeah. That's what most people gonna do, and then try to figure out a way to escape later. So
yeah,
that's what that is. So what do you think about the last half of the anthology?
Yeah, the last half was pretty cool. I really enjoyed seeing Grand Admiral Thrawn, not Grand Admiral Thrawn, the Grand Inquisitor,
Yeah,
or whatever.
he's a good character.
Yeah, he is. He is. I really like just the fact that there's someone in the shadows, or almost like a second rank, or a rank. You know, some ranks. Somebody you got to look out for underneath, like Darth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Just to have that extra little. Oh, you thought he was it? Nah, you got to worry about this. You got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So I like his little like his. I'm not sure how strong he is. Of course, I don't know the power rankings of Star Wars, but definitely, man, I liked his know-how of the. It seemed as if he knew some of the dark side, but he wasn't allowing his Inquisitors to tap into that as he was training them and trying to, you know what I'm saying, force them to become, you know what I'm saying, Inquisitors.
Like if he was a Jedi, he just knew the fact that you knew it, but anybody else, nah, we're not letting you tap into that, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, buddy.
Yeah. So, I enjoyed that. The second or the fifth episode, I was about to say second episode, but the fifth episode, I did like the fact that she was just like anybody that joined the Empire that just didn't feel right about the Empire at the beginning of it, of even getting part of it. She was just realizing the error of the Empire's ways. Like, no, this is evil. This ain't for the good of the galaxy. No, they talking about like mass genocide. You know what I mean? They're tripping.
And they about their life. They are really about their life.
Yeah, and they finding people that's totally about their life. So that alone just made me just look at it like, okay, yeah, now you're showing what a lot of Jedi had to go through, and I don't know if you know like some of the backstories of all the Inquisitors. Like they have like all the list of the Inquisitors I looked at, and I seen her on that list.
Okay.
But and I think they kind of briefly tell her story and what kind of took her out of that, and for that to be shown here on this, second half of the Tales of the Empire, it was like, oh, okay, now now you're showing what we've heard or what you've read in Legends or wherever it came out, the story came out behind her being an Inquisitor. Okay. So to see that and to see her redemption on it, it was pretty cool, because sometimes like you just don't need to have a long drawn out like a whole season of somebody's life that really we don't really know who too much about, you know what I mean? So just to have
time we don't care either.
yeah, because it's like if you ain't really like taking down Palpatine yourself, I really can care less, you know what I mean? Like, but
hate to be like that, but
yeah, you know what I mean? Like if you're not a main character, if you ain't up there at the ranks of Luke or Han or anything like that, then I'm like, I can maybe get with your story, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Because I sometimes, I mean, I know people might be mad at me for this one. Sometimes I feel that way about Ahsoka. Even though I know she confronts Darth Vader, she ain't the one that takes him out. So I'm like,
yeah.
And we don't see her again in the sequel trilogy, so it's like, where does she fit? Where were you during that time? You know,
during all of this, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, and then that last episode, seeing her like finally kind of just accept her gray Jedi-ness or whatever it is. Yeah. It kind of reminded me of Ezra Bridger. On the end of what was that?
That was Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, that was Ahsoka. Yeah,
that was Ahsoka. Yeah.
Yep. How he really didn't need a lightsaber. You know what I'm saying? He kind of tapped into a little bit of his Yoda-ness or something like. It's like once they've been out in the wilderness and they escape the Empire and the reach of the Empire, and they're able to live a life that's like they're helping a village and all this other stuff. It's always a small village they helping out.
It is, ain't it?
they all they always become this super mega grandmaster at the end of the day. Like they're super wise and they can sit up here and stop a lightsaber like just with their bare hand, like yeah, nah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing I did like about that last episode was just like basically like, look, what you doing is wrong. You know what you're doing is wrong. You keep saying fear is your ally. No, you are afraid because you just told on yourself. You scared of what they're gonna do to you if you don't come back with this kid.
Yep.
So which one is it, Lynn? Like which one is it? Now, who do you think she sent their family to? I'm thinking it was Ahsoka.
Oh, that family?
Yeah, because remember she said she was sending that family to a friend.
I believe. Let me see. I don't know if she actually contacted Ahsoka at all. Like,
well, the only reason why I say that is because like that's the only person that makes sense.
That makes sense, right? Yeah.
And the fact that like her and Ahsoka do have that. I guess you could call it a rivalry, kinda.
Yeah.
And now that they're older, like yeah, look, squash that. These folks need help. These folks crazy. Huh.
I think because we don't know how much time that is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But which I would doubt it would be Luke because somebody would say Luke, but I'm like this is still like dark.
She wouldn't know Luke. She wouldn't know him. This would be during the Rebels time frame anyway because the Inquisitors are running around.
Right. So it would have to be somebody that's like somebody that's running a revolution that you know what I'm saying, like behind the scenes.
Wouldn't be Yoda because nobody knew where Yoda was.
I honestly don't think it's a Jedi.
Yeah, because the only other person I could think of would be Ahsoka because there's a pretty good chance she would have kept in touch with her some way or shape or form.
Or just the rebels in general.
The rebels in general, yeah.
Who's my man that Forrest Whitaker played?
Starts with a G.
Yeah.
Him.
That guy. Yeah. So I think maybe like him, you know what I'm saying? Just that rebel, you know, that undermining revolution going on, like sending them to him, you know, that might be something too. You know, Ahsoka, maybe him, maybe that's the only thing that's really like that's possible by us knowing. But at the same time, I do have a theory on why they showed us these 3 episodes, of course, that last, you know, that storyline and stuff. And that goes along with the theory of they always show us who's coming up next or who's going to be featured next. So the next Star Wars project we have is the Acolyte.
Yeah, Acolyte. That's in June.
Yeah.
Next month.
Maybe we'll get an answer there as well. Maybe there's somebody there. But even with that, it's like I don't know if I just don't know what the Acolyte will be. I feel like that's the Acolyte to like a Sith. So you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't think that they would tell us what story. You know what I'm saying? Who will be there? But maybe there's a rebel something that we'll find out. You know what I mean?
Or maybe we'll get like a hint to something that's, you know, because I'm guessing this is like Acolyte. If I'm not mistaken, I think Acolyte is supposed to be set during the High Republic period. So
yeah. So that's way before.
That's way before. So I think what's going to wind up happening is we're going to start getting hints to other things, though. I think that's what it was, and I think that's probably why they decided to go Empire, to, you know, because we're showing like Sith in their mindset and stuff like that.
Yeah. So basically, I it might be Ahsoka because that would be the next the season 2.
Yeah, it's supposed to be supposed to be a season 2. I don't know if I could change his mind, but it's supposed to be a season 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall I enjoyed it. I still think Tales of the Jedi is a little bit better. Just a little bit. But I do like the idea of these anthology series. I would love for them to do more, but I just don't know, you know, because they did Tales of the Empire. The only other one I can think of is Tales of the Sith, and Tales of the Well, actually, now I think about it, you can do that. You can do Tales of the Sith, Tales of the Mandalorians, Tales of
I would
so,
love a Tales of the Mandalorian. I
yeah.
swear that. I mean, which that's technically what Mandalorian is.
But we can actually get to see
Like,
the guy who actually
yeah,
had the
Mandalore the
freaking
Great. Yeah, yeah,
Mandalore the Great, like do 3 with him.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like, I would love to see that whole little thing of the first Mandalorian Jedi stuff, and like how he built that dark saber. You know what I'm saying? Like that will be crazy.
Yeah, so they can still do that. So that's what I'm saying. I think it wouldn't be a bad thing, and I hope they still keep doing those. So like I said, this in Visions I do like, even though the second season of Visions was kind of weird with some of the dark side dudes was doing like.
Man, that was very.
Cuz
I don't even want to say it like this, but I gotta say it. Just to poke fun, man. They were very Drake-ish.
Yeah, like, bro,
very Drake-ish right now.
Bro, I think you need to go to the Sith HR, bro, because you tripping. you set tripping.
Exactly. I'm like, how did Disney okay this? I have no idea. You know,
how did the Sith okay this?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, look, I know we bad guys, but we ain't that bad.
we don't do that. That's not us.
I don't know why you.
That's a different galaxy. That's not even in this galaxy. I don't know how you got over here with it.
Hey man, lock him up, man. But he's a Sith Lord. I don't care. We can't damn co-sign this. They go, oh, we looking at us crazy. It's like, I do like what they're doing. I know some people don't like it. I personally love the content because the thing about Star Wars to me was it was always said to be a huge galaxy, but we only talk about Skywalkers. This talks about everything else.
Everything else.
And I'm like,
if I was in this galaxy, what would be happening to me? I wouldn't be a Skywalker.
No, I'd be a regular dude.
Yeah,
I'd be a regular dude. So,
exactly.
But
you might catch me at the bar. What's that little town that Jabba was controlling?
Oh, Tatooine bar. Yeah,
you probably catch me in the bar. Like, only way you were able to see that is through these other stories. You know.
Yeah. So that's why I like their Disney Plus content. I do.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they kept the animated stuff going because
honestly, I think too, what makes these Disney Plus, continuity or whatever like that, what makes them so good is the fact that they have the freedom to kind of use like George Lucas's stuff, Legends, comics, etc. You know what I'm saying? Some other Star Wars stuff, and basically mold it into their own story and be able to give us something that's satisfying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That's what I feel like. That's why it's so catchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Plus, it's just good content is good content.
Yeah.
To me, that's all it is. Good content is good content. But leave a comment, people. Let us know what you guys thought about Tales of the Empire. And what else would you like to see them do at Tales of?
Yeah.
Tales of. Leave a comment. Let us know. Vito, anything you want to pimp out before we get out of here?
Nope. Just our Vito verse on Fridays. Thursday's supposed to be the Vito variants, but this Thursday we're doing fresh take. You know what I'm saying? So, Saturdays is the Sandstorm show, and then of course I always give y'all a shout out on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Extended family. But other than that, that's all I got.
All right. So Sunday there is no Wingin IT Podcast episode because of Mother's Day. We're trying to give everybody a chance to hang out with your moms. But I am doing a fresh take with Vicky for X-Men 97, episode 9. And, bruh, if you a comic book fan, you eating good right now. So, we're going to be talking about X-Men 97, episode 9 on Sunday at 6 p.m. I'll probably try to do some live streaming tomorrow and Saturday a little bit, just to, because I haven't done any live streaming in a while, gaming-wise. But, so just check out the channel tomorrow afternoon, Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon. And I will see you guys then and on Sunday at 5 for a fresh take with Vicky. So thank you everybody for watching. Have a good one, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.